Josh Rowntree, 93.7 The Fan, Swiss Army Knife, now part of the Pirates pre- and post-game. Add that to the resume, along with being the Kevin Burkhardt of high school football play-by-play in town.
Congratulations on all your success, Josh.
Andy Pitt women's play-by-play man. Was that a night game? If you were calling the game, would you have said a great day or a great night, Josh?
I would have said evening.
So you're straddling the fence here.
It was an evening that turned into night.
Ha!
I would say.
Ha! You're wrong, Pony.
He told you he would have said evening, so
that turned
we're both
into
wrong.
Night. Turned into night. Thank you, Josh.
Josh.
You're welcome. What's up?
If you were at the game as a fan, do you throw your hat on the ice after Malkin's hat trick?
Oh, it depends on the hat.
Crappy hat, it goes. Good hat, it stays, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hats are expensive now, so I'm not. I mean, if it's a $30 hat, then probably not. If it's something cheap that I got for free at a golf outing, maybe, then it's probably going over the board.
Disagree. I think if you root for the home team and you wear a hat to a Penguins game, you know you're on watch to throw your cap if there's a hat
You don't
trick.
have to adhere to that convention. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. If you're
Hockey fans know that. It's part of the
hockey fans. Okay.
the code.
You think every fan
Do
in
you
that
feel
building
like, though,
threw their
you
hat?
don't-
Yes.
If you
Real
don't
fans.
throw your hat, though, I mean,
You're getting
don't you get
side-eye.
looked at?
Exactly. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of side-eye,
Penguins
Malsey.
fans don't have any right to give anyone side-eye. They had that fraudulent sellout streak.
If you throw a hat from the upper deck and it doesn't make it to the ice, as a fan, are you allowed to pick up that hat and make it your own?
Like you're in the lower level, Josh.
No, I'm throwing that.
What if it's a really nice hat? What if it's a $30 special?
It's been on somebody else's head. I don't want it.
Oh, you don't have a washing machine?
Not for a hat. No.
So
No.
Josh is
It's
saying that
going
if the
over.
hat goes, like, you need to finish the play for the person?
Yeah, it's the bucket system. You've
Yeah.
got to pass the hat, so to speak.
I kind of like that, actually.
People do
Yeah.
it all the time.
I've
I've
never
done
done
that
that in a
before,
game.
yeah.
Because who's making a hat go all... If you... Listen, the Pirates should hire you for a tryout if you get a hat all the way to the ice
I was
from the
going to
upper
say,
deck.
maybe that guy could be the training camp arm for the Steelers if he got it there from the upper deck.
You won't believe how I got this job. I chucked a hat when Gino scored his third.
I don't think I've ever been to a hockey game in my entire life where a team scored double-digit goals.
I've definitely not. I mean,
Josh, was that a first for you?
That's a good question.
They scored 11 in 93.
Absolutely have been to a high school hockey game where double-digit goals have been scored, but never. I don't think ever.
Actually, I'm looking up something. I might have been there
They scored 10
for
in the
one.
playoffs, right, against Philly. They had 10 in the playoffs against Philly.
Yeah,
but
they
I wasn't
did.
there for that. So.
That was in Philly.
Yeah, so that was a first for me. I think last night at the pro level for sure.
Any significance to you in the fact that they blew out a pretty bad hockey team? Like, I've seen people just say, oh, they got themselves back on track. I don't know. It was just one of those fun games to me.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, it was one of those things where the first period I thought they were playing all right. Like I thought they came out of the gates and they had some good jump, and it's like, okay, well, coming off a 5-1 loss and a performance in New York where Mike Sullivan was pretty furious, I think, with the team in general, and I think to a man they probably were disappointed with the way that they played in New York, and to come out and see them at least have a little bit of mustard behind them when they were skating, that was a good sign. They got 2 goals in the first, and then all of a sudden the second period came, and I mean, yes, the Penguins played well. I don't want to take anything away from the way that the Penguins played. If they play like that, they're going to win a ton of hockey games down the stretch here. Detroit, that's one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen from a professional team in my entire life. I mean, they were standing around, lazy, reaching, out of position at every turn. I mean, I certainly have never seen a professional hockey team look like that defensively. We're just collectively, they looked beaten as soon as the Penguins got, the third goal, and then when the fourth goal went in, it was like they just deflated. And the Penguins took advantage. Give them credit. I mean, they saw a team that was wounded, and they went in for the kill, and that's what you want out of a team that has the skill that the Penguins have. But I mean, it was a lot about what the Penguins did good, but also a lot about the fact that Detroit was just absolutely awful throughout the course of the evening.
That's the first time in the salary cap era a team has scored 11 goals in a game.